Hey guys, welcome to my guide on how to play the Old Expanse in Dreadhunger once more in 2024. Now this isn't an overly complicated process, so hopefully you'll be able to follow along at home, but if you have any issues, please leave a comment below or shoot me a direct message via my Discord server, the link to which is in the description below and on screen now. Alright, so for those who may not know Dreadhunger's intricate past, whilst there are currently 3 playable maps, the Approach, the Summit, and the Expanse, Dreadhunger has had 2 renditions of the Expanse map, with the most recent iteration being the Dreadhunger developers' final addition to the game. Now, when it was announced that Dreadhunger was no longer receiving updates, the community outcry was clear. We wanted the developers to re-release the fan favorite Old Expanse map, complete with its iconic Boardwalk and oddball pair locations. However, this request fell on deaf ears, and we assumed that we'd never play the Old Expanse again. So when the Dreadhunger servers went down, and I started hearing stories of players once again playing on the Old Expanse, I thought, this has to be nonsense. But no. Zhaoqi, I hope I'm saying that right, a modding team based presumably in China, had created a downloadable mod that allowed you to once again play the Old Expanse. There was a tutorial video released on YouTube in Chinese by King Hao, I hope I'm saying that right as well, which explains much of what I'll be covering in this video, including how to download and use the Old Expanse installation package made by Airzo to play the Old Expanse once more. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a few kinks to make this work, and personally, I won't be using the mod full time, but it's a great way to spice up Dreadhunger with a hint of nostalgia and what is really a completely different Expanse experience. It's important to note that installing this mod does remove the ability to play the new Expanse. That is until you've uninstalled the mod, which will be explained at the end of this video. So, let's get started. Step 1. Download the Old Expanse installation package, available at the link in the description of this video and on screen now. I should note that simply clicking this link will take you to a website which will automatically start the download. So locate your downloads in your browser to see where it has automatically downloaded to. Once downloaded, double-click the program titled Daigia Expanse Installer.exe. You may be met with some kind of warning about the program, and I know it seems sus, but it's probably fine, right? It's probably safe to install it. So navigate past this screen. For me, I simply pressed the More Info little button, and it gave me the option to run anyway. Now, a downloader full of Chinese characters should open up. Simply click the button next to the folder location and navigate to your desktop. You want to create a location to save the Old Expanse files to, as a sort of default location you can access the files from when you need to. I'd recommend creating a new folder and title it Dreadhunger Mods. This folder will be useful so you can easily locate these files, as you will be adding and removing them from their required locations in the Dreadhunger game files regularly, as you choose which Expanse map you want to play. Now simply select the Dreadhunger Mods folder you wish to save the Old Expanse files to, and select this button, not the one on the right, but the one on the left, as the one on the right cancels everything you're doing, and I found this out the hard way. It will now take a few moments to download. Next, open up the Dreadhunger Mods folder on your desktop. There should be a folder titled Dreadhunger with no spaces between it. Now navigate to your Steam library. Right-click on Dreadhunger, go to Manage, and browse local files. This will open up a new Windows Explorer directly to the Dreadhunger game files. Now what you want to do is put the Dreadhunger game mods folder and the Dreadhunger game files folder side by side. In the Dreadhunger mods folder, navigate through as shown on screen to get to these 2 programs here, which you want to Control-C copy, return back to the main page here in the Dreadhunger mods folder, and Control-V to paste it. Replace the files, I've already done this, of course, and now you have a copy of these files ready to go whenever you need them. Next, grab the Dreadhunger folder and drag it from the Dreadhunger mods folder over to the Dreadhunger game files. Doing this will sort of merge the two Dreadhunger folders into one, and you'll see that it now includes the Old Expanse game mod files. And the Old Expanse is now playable for you, if that made sense. But it's not over yet. Should you ever wish to play the new Expanse again, navigate back through the Dreadhunger game files until you reach the mods channel, and delete the two Digia files in here, like so. Of course, should you then want to go back and play the Old Expanse again, simply go over to the Dreadhunger mods channel and grab the two Digia files that we copied in here earlier, Control-C and Control-V, paste them back into the mods channel, and you're good to go. It's really very simple once you understand what you're doing. Now, when you launch Dreadhunger, the game will have a big red mod text, plus some Chinese symbols around it. And when you look around the ship, most of the game will look the same, except you'll notice that the brig bars and some of the walls haven't loaded in correctly. They're actually invisible. This is an error with the mod, but it is a sign that you've installed the mod correctly. It's important to note that if you have the mod installed, you can play with players who don't have the mod installed on both the Summit and the Approach, but you will not be able to load into a game that is hosted on the new Expanse. Similarly, someone without the mod installed will not be able to load into a game on the Old Expanse. Now, to actually play a game on the Old Expanse, host a typical Dreadhunger lobby on the Expanse as you would normally do. But you'll notice that the image of the Expanse is now an image of the Old Expanse. Don't change any of these game settings. Fill your lobby with as many people as you can, and check with each player that they do actually have the Old Expanse mod installed so that they can play, and if they don't, do me a favor and point them in the direction of this video for me. It can be difficult to find 7 other players, all with the mod installed, so whilst I'd of course recommend an 8-player game for best Dreadhunger experience, ever since the servers went down, lobby start numbers are no longer restricted, so you can start a game with less than 8 players regardless of the lobby cap, which is great for player freedom, exploration, and wait times. When your lobby is ready, start up the boiler and drive the ship out of the lobby. The only thing left to do is host a server through the Dreadhunger Lounge bot on my Discord server, located in the hashtag DH server hosting channel. The command to host a server for the Old Expanse is distinctly different to the other normal commands for regular maps like the Summit and the Approach. Type in !start mod expanse -old_expanse. You can add the US, EU, and JP region codes at the end if you'd like to host this game in a particular region. I've added the Old Expanse command to the pinned post in the hashtag DH server hosting channel for you to easily copy and paste if needed. The bot will send you an IP address direct to your DMs, and you need to then input this address manually into the IP address box that appears when you drive the ship forward out of the game lobby as you would normally host the game. If any of these steps are incorrect, the game will disconnect you and your lobby when you input the IP address. And that's it. You'll now be able to play Dreadhunger on the Old Expanse in 2024. Reminisce on this beautiful gem of a map. Kill the cannibals scattered around the map randomly. Look around and note all the map design changes. Head out into the Expanse town and spot your friends in the dark when the Lighthouse light reveals them. And of course, run along the Old Expanse's glorious Boardwalk once more, passing the weird little broken houses and the broken ship on the right, home to thrall totems. Finally, end up at the Lighthouse and admire its original colors and form. Grab a nitro and throw it on the bear to instantly kill it just like you used to. Oh shit, doesn't instantly kill it anymore. Run for your lives! God, it's exciting to have the Old Expanse back. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more creative gaming content and in-depth guides. Thank you all very much for watching. Good luck with all your endeavors. And remember to think just a little bit different.